My name's Pete Woods, you're watching Hexham TV. Who are you?
I'm Aidan Dunphy.
Where are we?
We're in Same Space.
And what is Same Space?
Same Space is a co-working space in the middle of Hexham. So it's been designed for people who work remotely. So they might be independents and have their own business, or they might be an employee of a company that's based somewhere else. But really the aim is to provide somewhere that you can go to work and get out of your house, get a walk, be around other people, but you don't have to spend an hour commuting into the city, and you can be close to the town where you live, you know, nip out for a sandwich, go for a walk in the park, which is just literally outside our front door, at the same time as having the benefit of traditional office. So we have really good Wi-Fi, and it's secure, and a range of different types of desks, so you can sit or stand, and we have meeting rooms and so on. So all of the benefits of what we used to all do, which was to pile into a city centre and be in an office around people, but close to your home. And also it's not the same people every day as well, so you can chat to different people at different times. They come from different backgrounds.
So I think you've got a little bit of news that you want to tell us about. Yes,
yesterday I was notified that we have won in the category of rural startup of the year, and that's awarded by the UK Startup Awards. So last year we were finalists, but this year we've gone one better and actually won in the northeast Yorkshire and the Humber region. So that's a pretty big chunk of northern England. And we've been forwarded to the national finals in September, which will be in Tyne in Hertfordshire, and that coincides with the Ideas Fest, which is like an innovation festival. So fingers crossed, I'll be going down to the finals ceremony in September. But we've actually won the award for the Northeast region this year, so I'm really, really pleased. So there's obviously COVID was the wrecking ball that changed all of the dynamics. So a lot of companies were already starting to think about whether they really wanted all of their staff to spend hours every day commuting, and so had already started to introduce some flexible working. But then, of course, suddenly that was enforced. We all had to we had to find ways to work from home, and so employers had to think about different working patterns and using video and so on, and how to cope with not having everybody in the building at the same time. And so COVID really accelerated a trend that was already happening. And my bet during COVID was that we would never go back to the way it was before, where everybody had to commute to cities, and that a substantial number of people would be working from home from now on. But that a great number of those people would find that that's just not healthy for them, that they can't separate their home from their life, that they don't get enough exercise, they don't see enough people. And so they would be looking for, a best of both worlds solution, and here I am, really. And I think that's been borne out. So whilst some employers are now trying to revert to the old model, I don't think the world's going to go back to the way it was before. I think that we need to be around other people, and we do need to meet our colleagues sometimes. That might be once a week, it might be once a quarter, it might be 3 days a week, who knows. But I don't think it makes sense. Anybody thinks it makes sense to have that mad rush into a city every day and then back out again, right? Which is just really unhelpful for everybody, and also harmful for the environment. So I think it's here to stay, this hybrid working approach.
So what sort of people use Same Space in Hexham?
It's a very broad range, actually. So we have a few business owners who are independents. So they are specialists in things like in marketing, or in technology, or business advice, or all sorts of things, or in specific industries. We also have people who work for very large companies. So we have people who work for in renewables, in machine learning, in all sorts of different industries, really, that you can think of, manufacturing, care. There isn't a pattern, really. In terms of their age and their profile, I kind of assumed at the beginning that it would be mainly, let's say, slightly older people like myself, that would be more people who were kind of likely to live in a place like Hexham. But I've been wrong about that, actually. I've actually had people from all age groups. So I've got a few customers in their 20s who work in creative industries, right, who Traditionally, I would have expected to be living and working in the city centre, but no, they're coming to Same Space and livening up the place, and it's really nice and diverse, I have to say.
And if someone's visiting the town and they're looking for somewhere to sort of base themselves after a meeting or to hold a meeting, presumably they can. There's no membership or anything like that. They can just come along and
so people
use Same Space.
Yeah, absolutely. We're very, very flexible. So you can literally, I have had people literally knock on the door and say, "Can I use it today?" Right. All we need off them is their name and email address, right? And that's pretty much it. So, but we often have people who will sign up on an impulse, right? They'll say, "Do you know, I'm going to try that today," and they'll sign up and they'll be at this door at 8:05 in the morning, right? And it's all set up for them, right? So I've automated this business as much as I can. I mean, I come from a technology background, so I've tried to remove friction as far as possible. So so when you sign up, you get a PIN number, which means you can get access to the building and to the Wi-Fi, and your invoicing is all automated. You get an account created automatically. We do it as simply as possible. You just need a smartphone, basically. In fact, you don't even strictly need that. But commercially as well, we do offer a wide range of options. So we have customers who come here pretty much every day, and they are on a plan which works out much more cheap, much at a much lower price because it's a long-term commitment. But as I say, you can use it for one day if you wish. Right, so and everything in between. So we try to cater for the different working patterns that people have. Probably the most common pattern is that people want to come in once or twice a week. I'd say that's the kind of middle ground that's most common.
And what do you say to start-up businesses who may be looking for a town or a rural location to base their new enterprise? What would you say about the opportunities in Hexham?
I'd say it's better than ever before because in the past, the truth is that a tech startup in the northeast would feel the pressure to go to London, right? You would just know that if you went down to Shoreditch or Hoxton or somewhere like that, you're going to be around the people you need to talk to. But the world has changed. Right, and yes, of course, there is still the draw of London, but the evidence for me is very clear. I have young people, entrepreneurs, working out of this place in Hexham, in Northumberland, right? Because the truth is, it doesn't really matter where you are anymore, right? The technology, the Wi-Fi in here is as good as you can get, so you've got rock solid communications with anywhere in the world, right? So why not work where you want to live, right? You don't need to pay £2,000 a month for a room in a flat in a less than trendy part of London. You can live in a beautiful place with clean air and good transport links and a real heart and soul like Hexham, but still be a global entrepreneur even, right? So my clients in here talk to people around the planet, right? That is just not a barrier anymore, I'd say.
If people want to find out more about Same Space in Hexham, Aidan, where should they go?
Well, the quickest thing to do is visit the website. So the website is samespace.work. Okay, or even if you just Google for Same Space Hexham, or indeed co-working Hexham or office space Hexham, you'll find Same Space pretty quickly. That gives you there are some images on there, some pictures of what it's like inside, and it explains what the pricing's like and how it works and so on. But of course, if you have any queries, drop us a line. So you can email info@samespace.work, or you can call us if you wish on 01434 444 991, and I'll be happy to chat with you about what your needs are, really. Also, we offer, a try before you buy as well. So if you want to just have a little tour of the place, more than happy to show you around. And if you are considering a longer term use, we're happy to give you a day's use for free as well, just to try it out.
Aidan Dunphy from Same Space in Hexham, thanks very much for talking to Hexham TV.
Thanks.